Oh, good day. By the way, I'm your reporter in Industrial Arts. My name is Michael Wayan, second year in BTL Industrial Arts. So my topic is about painting. So what is painting? So painting, when we heard about painting, so painting is an art or a process of using a paint. So paint is can make an artwork. So, painting is defined as the process of applying paint or another medium to a solid surface, usually a canvas. So, paint or other forms of color are commonly applied to using a paintbrush. In art, the term painting describes both the act and the result of the action. A paint is composed of three materials: the pigment, binder, solvent. So the pigment is a natural or synthetic colored materials of finely ground into a granular powder. So like a gemstone, so it will be pulverized like clay, minerals, plants, and insects. So the binder it holds the pigment together and adheres the paint to a surface. For this is using like this egg yolks, the plastics, and the wax. So it is the one who hold the pigments together. So the solvent is added to thin or thicken paint. So slow or speed up its drying time. So it is faster to slow the speed of drying of a paint. So water or oil base, or turpentine or thinners. A paint can be applied with a variety of tools, using the brushes, your fingers, the painting knives, sticks onto a palette, and usually applied to a canvas, board, or paper. Next, the types of paint. There are many types of paints, but I choose only three types: the oil paint, watercolor paint, and acrylic paint. Oil painting. Oil easily makes more permanent, used after 1400 by the most famous artist. Slow drying can be used in thin layers called glazed or intake lamps to make an impasto surface. Oil paint is made from the drying oils with a medium of animal fat, linseed, or synthetic polymer. Oil paint is highly flexible in that it admits application both in thick, impasto, and fine details. Countless types of descriptive brushstrokes are possible in oil. So it is be used for the thin strokes of the brushes. So it is shows the detail in the paint artwork. Watercolor painting. Watercolor, a most common water-based paint. Transparent. So white paint is seldom used to lighted paint. So water is used. So light colors are applied first, then dark, working from background to foreground. So the watercolor is consists of the water-based paint to use in the painting artwork. Acrylic painting. So acrylic, a synthetic paint with plastic binder. So recent in 20th century, versatile, similar to oil but dries faster, not as shiny. Acrylic is a type of paint that often contains pigments and water. When mixed, it is generally resembles oil paints but dries faster than other types of painting. Painting techniques. So first is the brush stroke. So the brush stroke have different brushes. So you are using a different brushes. The thickness into the broad. And next is the glaze. So glaze, so the type of your paint you use. If it is so lightened or show the shiny. And next is the dry brush. So after the paint, you are using the dry brush to some put detailed in your painting. Next is wet on wet, the drip, splatter, sponge, and layering. So the brush stroke next. Earlier I said the brush stroke. So the thickness and going to the broadness of the brush we use. So glaze. So glaze can you see in the picture to there are different. So dapat gyud nga shiny gid siya o klaro or detailed ang imong gipaint. So next is a drip. So this is the example of drip. So can you see in the picture? The paint also drip only into the canva. The next is the splatter. So by splatter, you have to splatter the paint. This is the example. And next is the sponge. So by using the sponge to paint. The last is the layering technique. So layering technique is you are using layer by layer of paint. So by using the layer, it shows the detail or the alignment of what you paint. This next is the paint tools. So brushes, the palette knife, sticks, bags, fingers, spray can, water, solvent, gesso, paper, canvas, and easel. So all in all, art is universal and can be found everywhere. It is not only for people who exercise work art but for those who consume it. If there were no art, we would have been able to see the beauty in things. In other words, art helps us to feel relaxed and forget about our problems. Also, you are expressing your expression you put on your artwork or your painting. Thank you for watching.